I'm laughing because I know my friend is going to be watching this. And so I just want to tell you, good morning. I just feel like playing. You know how when you be sitting in your room as a kid and your mama come in and you got all the dishes from your dish set in the floor with all the food she just cooked in your little dish set. That's me. And so I just take whatever I see and put it to use, child. So, how y'all doing today? Good morning. Y'all know me, Debra, be waking up in the middle of the night. And once I wake up in the middle of the night, then I start doing my hair. So I found out on Facebook that Crystal passed away. Crystal is one of our friends in my age range. And when she left Friday. She said, I said, "You coming back?" She said, "I'll be back," because she went to get Tyler or something. But she said she was gonna come back, and I was exhausted, so I went out early so they can just pick me up early because I was tired from exercising early Friday morning. People are leaving, people are leaving. People are leaving. So I kind of had to get a grip with that because otherwise I'd be crying all the time. So I called Miss D and I was like, "Miss D, Crystal passed away?" She said, "Yes. She went to sleep Friday and didn't wake up." And I thought about it. I guess those of us who have retired early due to health reasons or just regular retired, lots of people retire when they're 50 to 55. Lots of them because they start working when they're 19 and they work at the same jobs for how many years until they can retire. She had sinuses and stuff. And then she had a heart condition. Whew. When when the other lady passed away, I called Crystal just a few months ago. And we're just on the phone crying. It's just like my leg feel funny, so I gotta turn my position. So I just posted a couple of things when I went to the dentist, and she's like, "Floss teeth," and you can get good. You just want to get in between your teeth, and you want to floss them. And every time you get that little meat that's in between them, I just did it. You get something different every time. So I ordered some more. We gotta floss our teeth, and y'all know I done had this for 6 months. But when it's a purpose-driven thing, I do it. I know I talk about different things all the time. Here a topic, there a topic, there a topic, there a topic. Hey, that's what I do. Hi, Salvador. Hello. Hold on a second. See, I'm bending my leg right there. And after a while, it doesn't feel as comfortable. So I got to shift my position. But it doesn't hurt. It just doesn't feel comfortable. So I have to shift. I saw a lady on her weight loss journey and on TikTok just now. She's been on there a while. I haven't watched all her videos. And her hair is all over her head. And I'm like, honey, I know that feeling. I know that feeling when all you got is just to show up. You ain't got no hair comb in you. You ain't got no get your hair together in you, honey. I know that feeling. I'm like, ooh, and you know what? In this weight loss journey, when I recognize that feeling, I'm like, okay, 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 okay. So I just reshifted myself and put my leg right back in the same spot it was in. But when I know that feeling, that's when you have walked a mile in somebody else's shoes. You see it. You recognize. Good morning, Unique. You recognize where she or he is at. And no matter where they're at, because everybody's on a different journey, they're at a good place. So, oh, I know some people, I'm wanting y'all to sign up for my 7-day You Ain't Got to Eat About It challenge. And I know that one person said, I can't afford to sign up. I said, bet. I said, what I want you to do is email me. You pay what you can, baby. I'm going to tell you how many times Miss Debra has talked to people who had something that I wanted to do, but I ain't have. Honey, when I was in college, they had this program called something, something, something. So I wanted to be a part of it, but they didn't pick me. So I went to the director. I said, look here, let me tell you something. I'm the RA for the summer and I want to be in this program. He was like, guess what? You can be the RA for the program and you can be in the program. You better ask if you want some, baby. You better ask if you want some. I've been doing that my whole life. What? What else I want? Want to travel with people? I ain't got no money. So I went to the Chamber of Commerce director. I said, can you give me a plane ticket? 365. And can you tell me who got some money in this town? He told me the people. One lady, she was a Republican, somebody or another. She was like, call this man. And this is all he said to me. I said, hi, Mr. Blah, blah, blah. Such and such told me to give you a call. He said, okay. He said, will $250 work? I said, yes, it will. He asked me for my name and my address, sent me the money. That's it. What? 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 I want to do something and ain't got no money? Does that mean I'm not going to do it? I was in school. I got to go to class. And I had a job. You know, we always had a job. I remember having a job downtown and walking home from downtown Knoxville to the campus, which is right there. Like, this is downtown and Knoxville, UT is right there. But it was still in the dark by myself at 9 o'clock at night because what, I had to go to work. And I just walked home. I'm not telling you I wasn't scared to do it. I'm telling you I didn't think about if I was scared or not. I just walked. And it was all right. I did. I made it. I went on home and got in my dorm and called it a day. All the things we've been through, all the things we've overcome, all the things we've done to get the result we wanted. I remember taking a cab or getting a ride. One of the men from the church would give me a ride to work every day. And coming home, I would bum a ride because I worked, like this was where I lived. I lived in graduate student housing in Knoxville, right off of Cumberland River. Off the Cumberland Drive. And then I worked right down the street, probably about, I don't know, maybe half a mile or a mile. And I would just bum a ride. Can you give me a ride right there? Every day. Every day after work. Every day. I worked like 5:30 to 10:30. And I would ask whoever was coming out the door, can you give me a ride? I just live right down there. And they would give me a ride. I didn't have a car till I was 23. And I needed to get home from work. And I didn't think nothing about it. Jim Henson. These are the people who have helped me along the way. I did get a chance to go back and thank them and give them a gift. I remember being in school, getting my hair done. I had a Jerry curl then. And John would do my hair. And he would go, you got to come back. This includes your free wash. Because, you have to, when you have that Jerry curl, baby, you got to come back and get your hair washed and conditioned in so many more weeks. I ain't have no money. But, okay, I'm coming back. I went back once I got grown and thanked him. We all have people who help us along the way. And it's no different than what I'm doing right now. Because I didn't understand then. Even though then, somebody on TikTok, she's like asking me something about how I got like this. I said, mind your business. She said, why I gotta mind my business? I want to know. I really want to tell her, but I'm like, I don't have to tell you what you want to know. But I really do want to tell her, but I just be like, girl, I don't feel like all this. Don't be questioning me. Okay? I'm laughing because Debra D, she's laughing at me putting my lipstick on early in the morning getting dressed. I'm like, yeah. I'm just, you know what? I think back to those times when all we did was we went to school. And when the teacher passed out the papers, I would ask her, can I have the extra ones? And then when I got home, I could play school with my papers. I got my papers. So I'm actually that same Debra who loves to have her papers and play in the house and play in school. Or we would play church sometimes in the backyard. And that's pretty much who I am. I'm that girl. So as we think about life, and as I think about Crystal, and y'all know we got mobility issues, so I'm gonna tell y'all one thing in my mobility kit is garbage bags everywhere. And as I think about keeping on the journey called life, and as I thank God, I was like, Lord, here I am. I'm not worthy. How am I more worthy than someone else? My friend Chantel, she made a lot of money. She helped me a lot, but she was always able to say, she would say to me, I'm just trying to help you because I'm going to be okay. And I know she meant that in the best way possible, because sometimes when people telling you stuff, they don't mean no harm. They just saying, you can't let the you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater, because in her own way she was trying to say she understood the pain of weight loss, even though she wasn't as big as me. So I appreciate her. There were times she used to get on my nerves, but she didn't understand everybody has their own journey, and you have to be patient. And so sometimes people with a good heart ain't patient. Like my daddy, he is not patient at all. And he'll say, I'm like, Daddy, mama say, Daddy gonna teach me that, like, Dave, my mama called my dad by his first name. I'm like, Mama, Daddy not patient like that. And then Daddy be like, your mama ain't gonna let you talk about me. I'm like, Mama, can you go get your ex-husband, please? But my dad is really good to everybody else. He's patient with everybody else. They're not his kids. And so I'm taking my blood pressure just to see what it is. So it's 130/92. And you remember all when I kept telling y'all my blood pressure is high? It'd be like 140. It was like 140 earlier or something. And that's because I'm nervous. Like right now, I can't find my computer. I thought it was right there at the foot of my bed. But I even looked right there because I have a bench that I got stuff sitting on. So I figured it fell over. I didn't see it over there. Now, for me, I got mobility issues. If I'm going to use it, it's going to be somewhere where I can see it. Now, sometimes I place it on the floor, but I don't see it. So, honey, I don't know what to tell me, except you going to be all right. I don't see it. I don't know where it's at. So, I might have to call Jessica. If I don't see it by the time I get home from working out, I'm going to have to call Jessica, come over here and help me look for it, okay? So when I tell you that I am thankful, I am grateful for the victories we've won. I could go on and on and on and on about your word, because I'm grateful, 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 so grateful to have you, Lord. Da 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 da. Grateful is gratefulness, and I just ask if the Lord takes me today. Lord Jesus, take me, keep me. I want to be on the right side of fellowship, honey. And I guess it's nothing I need to be scared about or sad about, because the Bible tells you we're supposed to rejoice when someone leaves. We're supposed to cry when they're born, and so that means a couple of things. As you get older, and over the years when I've been in my resume conferences, baby, let me tell you something. Those ladies take me out for lunch and teach me some things, tell me their stories. They were high school graduates. Back in those days, like in the 60s or something, you could get a really good education. And they were resume writers after high school education. They were trained that well. When we used to, I bet y'all don't even conjugate sentences no more. They don't. They don't conjugate no sentence. What's a subject verb agreement? What's a direct object? And even then, it was still hard to know, because when we were in college, The French teacher said the reason you don't know what a direct object is in French is because y'all don't know what a direct object is in English. Okay, so you've got to keep learning. You've got to keep growing. You've got to know that where you are today is doable. And I'm telling y'all, I am broke. But guess what? I'm not broke. Because as long as I got breath, look at my breath. I got some breath. I got some breath. I got some breath. I got something to eat. I got my brain. I can't find my computer, but I got my brain. Ow, ow, ow. We can make some money. Okay? And I got my passion. Yes, I will go back to really working my resume and going to resume conferences. But for now, my thing is mobility, obesity, training, obesity fair, mobility fair, and helping other people. They say if you want to meet your goal, help somebody else meet theirs. So hey, unique capital. So what I want to do is ask y'all to come in and hit the like button. And also I want to have a that's what I was going to work on today. I want to have a quarterly training for 40 people where we talk about all the stuff that I have. Everything. My coach gonna come. My weight loss facilitator gonna come. Once we get some money, we'll be able to fly her down and be in person. But maybe if not, we can get a big old TV and have her do it on there and talk to us. I want MC to do some yoga, some stretches. And there's another lady named Diane who's in my business class that she's really great. She did some yoga sitting in a chair because what we got to learn how to do is to relax. And Jeff cooks some good old greens, baby. He can cook everything good. I'm like, Jeff, I want you to cook because I want us to have real food. It don't have to just be salads. It don't have to just be whatever you consider a real healthy food. It could just be food that's healthy. Potatoes. I want to make sweet potato French fries. I want to make like you know how when you go to a restaurant you get those appetizers with the potato boats. You scoop the potatoes out and you put like sour cream. Well, we could put cream cheese. We could put cottage cheese. We could put regular cheese too. We could put chicken and we could put broccoli on there like that. Regular food, beans. We could do gumbo. I want to do gumbo, and we could do one like just with chicken because some people don't eat pork, so do chicken gumbo. We can do vegetables because that's real food. Because you know what, the food ain't got no problem. Like I don't mind eating this because they gave this to me in the food box. This is coconut chips. It's made out of coconuts, cane sugar, and sea salt. Now my coach don't really want me eating even cane sugar because I don't have to. But every now and again, if I get something like this from the from the um from the food box, then I'll eat it. It tastes good. But you know what? Real coconut tastes good too. The only time I had real coconut when I went to Africa, I mean, it was like 100 and some degrees every day in December. Every day I would look up at the sky and go, it's gonna rain today. They said don't rain in December, Debra. Every day they tell me that. Hey, Miss Jackie. And so like when they pop that coconut, I drank that coconut water and took the bottom of that scoop and scooped up that coconut. It was so refreshing. So that is good. That kind of good. Yeah. My weight loss coach don't want me eating in the middle of the night, but you know what? Let's tell you what I ate today. I didn't eat my beans. I ate a can of chicken like this. I ate an orange. I think I ate a green apple. And I ate peanut butter and celery. That's all I ate today. So I'll be all right eating this in the middle of the night. We'll be all right. Yeah. It's real food. It's good though. You might not like it, but it's good because I don't really just eat a lot of sugar. Good morning. And I I am so in love with you. See, this is how I want to do my hair. So I want to make it puffy like this right here. Big and puffy like that right there. So I got to make it. So I got to, I'm going to roll it just like that right there. And see how my hair all low in the back right there? So I'm just going to, this lady from the beauty school, from the business group, she told me go to pink, get some pink lotion from the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to put that pink lotion back there when I go get some. And then we're going to brush it down like that right there. And so we're going to make do. Okay? This is Operation Grow Your Hair Back. Operation not going back to the beauty school till January. I'm going back in November because we have graduation to get my hair done. And so we're going to give my hair a break. And I don't want to put nothing too hard on it because I just don't want to. Oh, guess what else I realized? Okay, I went to the doctor. The other time I went to the doctor and I took some of his gloves, and I realized they're much better than the gloves that these white gloves right here. And then I went to the dentist. I said, let me get some of them gloves. Let me get some of that copay money, okay? Even though I don't pay a copay, but let me tell y'all something about these gloves right here. It's like when you sit in a cat. When my brother had a Cadillac and he let me drive it, I was like, oh, this is why you like a Cadillac. That's why I keep saying I want a Cadillac convertible. Because Cadillacs are full service size cars and my butt can fit them and it's comfortable. But baby, let me tell you something right here. These right here, these gloves right here, these gloves right here feel good. They're more durable than the white gloves. They look good. They just make them special because doctors use them. But every time I go to the doctor office and I see these, I'm gonna give me some. And they just feel so good. It feels good. Yeah. It feels good. B.A.G., thank you. It sure feels good to me. It feels good to you, baby. Let me hear you say, baby. Y'all know that song. Feels real good to me, baby. Let me hear you say, baby. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Mm-hmm. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. You know it feels good. Yeah, it feels good. You know what made me feel good today? This weekend. Oh man. Okay, so I have my when we were organizing my room, so I got to find the stuff I can't ever find. Regular hair grease, Ultra Sheen. We've been using Ultra Sheen since the 70s. And I'm gonna tell you what, it don't cost that much. They probably gonna make it cost. It smells good too. So we got Ultra Sheen. Oh, I found my hair oil too. Hey, check this out. Cause I dropped it on the floor. But my hair oil, so we're gonna put a little hair oil. This hair growth oil. This stuff help grow your hair, grow your edges. See? Feeling all YouTube. Like I'm in a YouTube video. Let me put that down. There we go. What you putting down? Hey, what you putting down? Hey. Because I can roll my hair and I can keep it rolled while I'm exercising. Hi, Mary. And so, he's always telling themselves, I guess you'll know because it sure take one to know one, don't it? I feel all clinical using the blue gloves. so, I don't have to put the hair grease in my hair. But that's the other thing. These hair growth oils are about $10. So I'll get some. I think I got some more down there. I dropped it somewhere, child. But we're gonna put this hair growth oil in my scalp, brush my hair and roll my hair, and call it a day. I saw where they did the finger waves on the sides and the backs. And so, but I don't know if you can do finger waves if you don't have a perm. But you probably can. I don't know, child. But I know I'm about to roll my hair, huh? And I love that spout right there. And so, but one thing my cousin and I, we were talking about years ago that my hair really ain't dirty. You know, my hair ain't dirty. I ain't putting nothing in it to be dirty. And so, but some make that big, so it could be like big like that right there. But even though I put that old school hair spray, but that white people old school hairspray, but I just put a little bit just to give it a light hold. Let's see. And so I'm gonna roll my hair up. I'm gonna roll it like that. Then I'm gonna do that to it. Then I'm gonna have, I love big hair actually. So that's what I'm gonna do. Ooh, it's all greasy. So that's some good grease. I got some good oil. Gotta keep that good oil. So let's start back here and just roll and roll and roll. That is so greasy. So I guess I'll take this and wipe my hands. So I've been posting. Oh, okay. So today starts my relationship with a training app called Trainist, and they are an app related weight loss coach, and they are sending me an Apple Watch. I'm gonna get it tomorrow. I'm like, I like pink, I like teal. I'll take white, but I want pink. Ow, 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 ow. Apple Watch coming. Apple Watch coming tomorrow. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. And so because I already exercise a lot and do what I do, they were like, well, we're going to work on your nutrition plan. So literally what I'm going to do before I eat, I'm going to take a picture of what I'm going to eat and text it to them or email it to them. And they'll figure out all the stuff. I'm like, fine with me. Like Oprah said on Color Purple 1. And we're going to work together for 6 weeks. Please come in and hit the like button. And we went through the app today and we got me registered and everything. And y'all, let me tell y'all what I did. I've been doing this lately. When white people do something to offend me, I'll be telling somebody white about it, and I'll say this right here. You know, you can't trust everything white folks say. I was telling the young man, his name is Derek. I'm like, Derek, when I went to the doctor, they trying to stress me out about taking the weight loss surgery. I'm like, even when I lost 33 pounds, they talking about, but you can use it faster. I'm like, that ain't even true. Couldn't be true. Too many white folks telling me to do it. Okay. I said, I tell the people, listen to what your doctors say and then think about if it makes sense. And if it don't, because they be trying to get that insurance, them kickoffs from giving you the pills. And I was telling him when I went to one physical therapist, they was like, oh, you're doing so good, you're going to be able to walk. And then when I went to the one at Tenova, that's the main hospital here, they told me, we don't know if you're going to be able to walk with them knees. How you doing, bit by the way? Good morning. Hey, Kim. Hey, girl. Hey. So I say that out of jest, and I'm serious though, because we as black people, we struggle so much with people, with the illusion of inclusion. We have heard about that since I was 20, 18, 19 years old. And if you ain't in my moccasin, you don't understand that. But if you think and get yourself educated, you will understand that. And part of that also is getting that pressure off of me. So you gotta wipe your shoulders off. Ow, ow, ow. Wipe that stress off. And also, a different she's people who care about you. Kim, wait a minute now. We don't hope like those who don't have no hope, baby. We got hope. Where we ain't got no hope at. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say what I feel like doing. Bye bye. We have hope. What did Jesse Jackson say? Get that dope out your veins and put hope in your brains, girl. Whew. Now let me see. I promise you, if I can find my purse, I put some lipstick on, but I can't find it, so I don't know where it's at. I'm gonna tell y'all something. This one I'm getting a little hot. I'm gonna tell y'all something about me. Well, my cousin, my auntie, who's 80 plus, and she still be climbing on top of the house painting and everything. She told me that my grandma didn't have no issues with menopause. So I don't really pay all that menopause stuff no mind, no never mind. But I'm gonna tell you because God has gifted me with my exercise. He's gifted me with my water. He's gifted me with my personal trainer. He's gifted me with the ability not to work on my eating. And in that, half of the battle of fibroids and all that other stuff is movement and stress relief. So my friend, she said, Deborah, and you see how I grabbed this to eat because I'm about to tell y'all something important, and I'm a food addict. Sometimes when I start singing, it's because I thought about something and it's so honest, it makes me sing or eat. She said, Deborah, did you ever get any training because any counseling behind that house burning down? Mm-mm. And honestly, because of how I am, because I mostly over exaggerate the good stuff, or people over exaggerate the good stuff, even when I tell them about something I'm working with, they're so impressed with the other stuff that they don't really treat what I just said. And I realize that because the average person, big as me, ain't doing what I do, period. How the young people say, period. However, since I've been in my coaching with my weight loss person, with my weight loss group, let me say, not just a person, I feel like I had lost over 100 pounds before I felt like deep in my soul, deep in my heart, I do believe that weight loss was for me too. So now this little boy done got in my ear. You know how your mama say you got your nose open? Y'all know I don't be paying these dudes no what, no never in mind. Especially, you live where? Where you live at? In Germany? Can you even afford a plane ticket over here? What you talking about, boy? Matter of fact, how about we not talk? How about that one? Because you ain't really concerned about me. You concerned about you. And that's okay. Be concerned about you. I wish they would get a clue. If you really just talk to me about regular stuff, you might have a chance. But my jailhouse boyfriend, girl, let me tell you something. He was like, he was writing me. Because my brother had me do a resume for one of his jailhouse friends. And he knew I ain't know nothing about jail and nothing about hoodlum. So he said, let me tell you something, sister. He got a tattoo from the top of his head to the bottom of his feet. I know you ain't never met nobody like that. So I'm just telling you so you'll know. So I was like charging him an extra $100 based on the other fee. Cause I'm like, I gotta charge you $100 to talk to you. Cause when you're helping people who've been to jail, you gotta talk to them every day because stuff like give me your mama's maiden name, player ain't doing all of that. What you need that for? Players like, what you need? Players be like, you don't even. He was like, I've been away too long. You don't even call nobody's full name on the phone. Like the player code on how hoodlums behave, it's amazing. So I'm like, brother, I didn't know hoodlums were decent people. So I'm like, brother, I'm crying, calling my brother, telling him, brother, I didn't know that hoodlums were decent people. And I'm crying. And my brother's like, shut up, girl, you don't know nothing. But when I tell you, 8 of his friends came from Memphis to Knoxville to see him, you can't get your mom and them to come and see you in 2 hours. But when 8 of your friends come to see you, and they were on the phone, because I would call on three-way, because, I don't know, I guess he just didn't know how to use three-way, because three-way was a new thing. And he would be telling his friends, or he was in the halfway house, so maybe he could, I don't know. But anyway, I'm calling them. They were saying, man, y'all remember when you stayed with my girl and you didn't even touch her? He said, that's because, he told me, he said, that ain't because she didn't try. It's because I love my friend more than I love her. Now, that's real talk right there, okay? And he's the one who told me, he said, look here, I need you to advertise in the prisons because prisons have plenty of money. I'm like, what you said? And he told me how to do it. And I'm like, okay. And then after that, I had another customer who was who had just got out of prison too. So I'm talking to this prisoner, and the prisoner telling me, Kyle, give me your phone number. I'm like, what? I'm not going to give you my phone number. And he write me again. He said, didn't I tell you to send me your phone number? So when I sent it to him, he called me. We talking business. And he's listening to me do business with other people because I had 2 work phones. And when I tell you, he was like, okay, I like the way you said that. This is how you can say it a little bit better to get the result that you want. Ding, ding, now he's saying something I understand. He ain't really being a hoodlum. He just being a businessman. And we're just talking and we're just doing. And then before you know it, we argued a lot because he tried to, I think, like, they try to, like, sell you something rude to hurt your feelings or something. I'm like, dude, who you think you talking to? You ain't talking to me like that. And so, and then, he's savvy because I'm going to tell you what he used to do. Now I know some of y'all hip, y'all probably be like, girl, that's the oldest book in the game. But it wasn't. In fact, when I told my brother, because I can't lie to my brother, that I had a boyfriend who's in prison. Matter of fact, my cousin, I was in the room during the Thanksgiving writing a letter. And my cousin went, Debra in there writing a letter, probably some nigga in jail. And my brother went, nah, she just like that. Because I am just like that. I used to write my whole family letters until I moved back home at 28. And when I moved up here, I didn't write them as much because they don't. Oh, okay. I think I hit mute for some reason. Can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me now. So what I said is hoodlums don't lie. So there's no need to lie. And that's why you can really respect a man, you know, who tells you the truth. Because that don't mean a woman ain't going if you tell her the truth. That just means you told her the truth. And honestly, I don't guess I got a problem. Like, people go, we could be in a polygamous relationship. I could probably do that. My dad was like, good and well, you ain't gonna be with no man. And I'm like, Daddy, you don't know me? You don't know me, Daddy? Because guess what I'm gonna be doing? Taking care of them children. While y'all doing whatever y'all doing, baby, them kids need some tending to. And I'm good. Mr. Holyfield told me this best. He said, you real good with little kids. Even though I actually taught adults. I mean, he said, you ain't that good with them. But, which really, I was just real mean. Because you have to be mean. You have to be stern. And stand 10 toes down. That's what the young people say. But in either case, what I'm saying to you is I learned something about a population of people that I had no knowledge existed. Because in my little rose-colored glasses, I'm all about Dr. King's civil rights, Black history, you know. And people who act like that don't act like that around me. I don't really hang out with people who buck wild and act a damn fool like that. And I don't know anybody who don't, like, I don't have friends who just don't work. Of course, now because of mobilities and stuff and retirement, I have people who don't work. But like, just say in general, when I'm like 20, 21, I ain't have no friends who didn't work. I ain't have no friends who had a whole lot of babies. I mean, there were definitely single moms, but I just don't. I'm pie in the sky kind of girl. Okay, I'm a pie in the sky kind of girl, honey, and that's fine. That's fine with me. So now I'm into my mobility, and I'm into, like, we gotta help the people because everybody face on mobility. No matter if you're working, if you're not working, if you single, married, with children, no children, if you're on disability, we ain't none of us are immune to being able to need some support. And what it is that we need is we need the ability to relax, to to um calm down. This one common activity. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Janet had it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That helps you to relax. We can all use some of that because the inability to relax is killing us. I could always raise my arms up above my head like this. But when I was feeling low, when your life was low and you had no place to go, I remember when your life was low. That's the jam by Layla Ali. And not Layla Ali, by what's her name? It's like sound like Layla. I didn't feel like raising my arms to curl my hair because my heart was broken. Because my stress level was so high, I didn't know that that's what it was. And nobody knew. But the more I kept exercising, and Debbie, she's a retired educator, she told me, she said, you can walk again. She said, I want you to walk across this pool in between exercise classes. And even Marla, just 2 weeks ago, she gave me, you always get the small ones. She went and got the bigger ones and go, here you go. You can take the bigger ones now. So people who see you, they're going to tell you what it is you can do because they've been there. Debbie was in a wheelchair. And she told me last week, she said, I told you you could do it. Okay. So if you want to do something, if you want to work on your mobility, if you want to lose weight, you don't have to take 2 steps. Just take 1 step. I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all that. You know? Now, because I am up in the middle of this night, by the time it's, what time am I getting up? 5:45. I'm not going to feel like getting up. I don't mind exercising. I love exercising. Now, the getting up part to go exercise, that part right there, that's a whole nother story, honey. That's a whole nother story. But that's okay. This is what you give yourself when you're trying to make something happen. You give yourself grace. Can you give yourself grace, honey? Can you give yourself grace? Can I? There's a song called Can I? Can you give yourself grace? If you can give yourself grace, if you can give yourself peace around what you're trying to do. In the Church of Christ, we say, brothers and sisters, I have sinned, and I have repented of my sin, And I ask the Lord to forgive me, and I ask you to pray for me. If you can repent of your sin and know that God got you, and the minute you ask Him to forgive you, He does forgive you because He's willing. They say He's a gentleman, so He ain't gonna beg you. But if you can give yourself grace and forgive yourself and keep going, don't mind how you feel. Just know that when you take a walk, you're gonna feel better. Ooh, don't mind all that. And just, I don't know what else y'all want me to tell y'all. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking across the floor. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking out the door. And you know why? My friend told me that I needed to go for trauma therapy because I was sharing with her that I'm working on overcoming my incontinence because it ain't nothing but stress. And you can't meet a goal if you can't be honest about it. That's why sometimes when I'm telling y'all something, some of y'all will say, "Oh, that's so personal," but you're dealing with it and you don't talk about it because you shame, and you don't have to feel ashamed. You don't have to be a star, baby, to be in my show. You don't have to be a star, sugar, to be in my show. Don't think a star has to shine for me to find out where you're coming from. Oh, baby. 'Cause I don't need no superstar. I'll just accept you as you are. Do 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 do. For the love you just perspire, you don't have to be a star, baby. No, no, no. To be in my show. Thank you, Santos. You don't have to be a star, sugar. No, no, no. To be in my show. And you know what? When I was talking to said gentleman, I was able to say, I was in my wheelchair. I don't even really say stuff like wheelchair to most people who don't already know that I'm in a wheelchair. Because most people ain't trying to really get to know that Debra that has to use a wheelchair. They're trying to get to know that Debra that make them laugh. Oh, I'll come and help you. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, you think so? Okay. You say so. Okay. Don't think a star has to shine for me to find out where you're coming from. Yeah, baby. I told my sister, um, can you take me to Tanzania? That's the kind of taking care of I want, honey. Know what you talking about? So I told my sister, I said, "Sister, Mama sent me to talk to you. Can I talk to you, sister?" She say, "Sister, I don't know what kind of man you got. He don't help you take care of the bills because me and Mama had to get together to help you pay the bills. He don't be around when you need him around. We even had to come over there because he was upside your head, sister." And guess what my sister said? She said, "I know you mean well. I know y'all love me and I sure appreciate it. But it's something you don't understand. Bum, 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 bum. I just love the man. I don't care what you say. I just love the man. 'Cause he treats me the way that I want to be treated when I need to be needed when it comes to loving. Yeah, he's all right When it comes to providing for me, he's alright. I don't know no new songs. I tell you, I know old songs. He's my inspiration. When I'm down, he's the one who makes me feel so good inside. He makes me feel good. Bum, 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 bum. He makes me feel so good inside. I just love the man. I don't care what you say. You don't want that kind of love, man? You talking about? I don't want that kind of love. Maybe you ain't. You probably had that kind of love, girl. That crazy love. I can feel your heartbeat from 1,000 miles. Hear the heavens open every time you smile. Makes me righteous and it makes me whole. Makes me da 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 into my soul. He's giving me love, 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 crazy love. He give me love, 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 crazy love. Yes, I need him. Yes, I need him in the daytime. I need him, and oh, I need him in the night. Honey, Santos, I have not been to South Africa. I've been to Ghana, but baby, my first trip, other than in the United States, is South Africa. I'm coming, but I'm working on my squats because I want to work out with the South African aerobics, whoever they are. I'm going to. I don't know if they're in Johannesburg or if they're in wherever, but I'm going to be with them. First, I'm going to see the Zulu warriors. I don't want to go on no safari. Forget that. I don't want to see no wild animals. Them things dangerous. They might hurt me. But I'm going to see the Zulu warriors and see who can pick me up. Big boy, pick me up. Big boy, pick me up. Zulu warriors. And I want to go do an education project so we can sing C-K lay 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 Africa. Da 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 Santos Teshipo. Well, I am coming, honey. I'm coming. I'm coming to South Africa. I'm coming. And I'll probably do a meetup when I get there. But I want to do, like I said, I want to do an education project. I want to go exercise. I want to go meet with the people, honey. I'm probably going to go with the organization called the Real South Africans. So check with them. I'm be with them. But it's going to be once I get my weight down, because I want to be able to walk and move. Even though maybe I can rent a wheelchair if I need it when I'm there too. But it don't matter. I just want to be in South Africa. I'm watching these South African movies. They're so good. But this is the thing. If you have mobility issues, we have 21% of children who are obese and overweight. It used to be in the year 2000, it was 14%. So we have 1 in 4, every 4 adults, 1, 2, 3, 4, one of them going to be struggling with obesity. But even at that, I see people who just are not healthy. So let's just do this. No, the organization that I'm going to be going with, Santos, is called the Real South Africans. It's a group of African Americans who do African tours in South Africa. When Nelson Mandela was president, he called for these Americans, these Black Americans who were in business, to come to South Africa and set up business there. So we have a whole group of Black Americans who live in South Africa. And honestly, I would feel comfortable going to South Africa with Black Americans, because we have the same culture, and culturally it's different. So we have 100 million people who are obese and overweight. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm saying to you, lose weight with me. Oh, I already know. I love Africa. I had so much fun in Ghana that I wanted to leave because I was having so much fun. I'm like, girl, you don't deserve to have this much fun. I dated a man who looked like Will Smith. He was a perfect gentleman, so he just took me out. And, I'm gonna tell y'all some of the stuff, crazy stuff I did. Y'all be like, Debra, you know you crazy. I had a date like at 5 o'clock that evening. I had another date at 8:30. And I had another date at 5 in the morning. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, believe me. I met the first guy I met, he was a poor guy. And then the next guy I met, he was a rich guy. So the rich guy came with his entourage to where the poor guy was. Like, where's Debra? And he took him to me. It's like, I'm like, what's wrong with you? He was like, he has money and I'm poor. I'm like, I'm on vacation. I don't care. So I held hands with both of them. I'm like, I'm on vacation. I like you. But the rich guy took me out and laid that $100 American on the table. You know how you do. African men are very proud people. And so, but I love the fishermen the most. I just love them fishermen. So I want you to do. Oh yeah, of course. Dating in and of itself ain't got much to do with money, except that, you know, if you care. You know, I was dating a guy one time, and the kids in the neighborhood, whenever, even the mother's boyfriends of the kids, anybody who rolled up in my driveway, they coming up here to see what they want. So every time people come, he would come see me like on a Thursday, every Thursday, and we would spend the afternoon together with me and all them kids in the neighborhood. So I started saying, well, let's go to this movies in the park. We take the kids to movies in the park, then we could smooch and kiss and all that while they watch that movie. And we did that. So one day he was like, look, I'm taking you out Sunday without the kids. I'm like, where? Wherever you want to go. I'm like, okay. Without the kids. And he was like, I said, can you afford to take me wherever I want to go? He said, you got $125 to spend. I'm like, okay. And then you can afford to take me wherever I want to go. And when I tell you, where I wanted to go was to Margiano's, but I actually was too late getting dressed because you know how that is, ladies. We just be late. And these people did not fit me to measure this bra properly. So we need to go get a bra fitting. And we ended up going to what's that restaurant that has Cheesecake Factory? And we had a great dinner. And then they had this bench outside the restaurant. We just sat there, and we must have talked till midnight. Like just sat there and just talked. Just had a good time. We were laughing. So the next weekend, I'm gonna take him out. So I tell him, can I blindfold you? And I said, do you trust me? He says, yes. So I blindfold him, and I take him in my car and I drive, and I tell him, I said, name your favorite weather storms, like weathers, the favorite type of weather. And he says he's naming like a thunderstorm, a rainstorm, like stuff like that. And I blindfold him all the way till we get to where I'm taking him. And I'm like, okay. So when we got to where I took him, I pulled the car in front of the marquee, and it said earthquake because I was taking him to see the comedian Earthquake. And oh my goodness, he just laughed. He just got a kick out of that. So we had a really good time. And this is when I found out I used to have knee problems. My knees used to hurt. So when I would tell him that my knees hurt, he would get down and just rub them. So I went to work. I said, ladies, do you know if a man rub your knees, they'll stop hurting? They said, girl, yes, my husband rubs my feet all the time. I'm like, what? They're like, yes, girl. I'm like, look at me, I need to give me one of them right there. And so even when we were standing in line, I was like, my legs were hurting. So he was like, okay, just lean on me. And that's when I really saw how men are very much stronger than women, even though they might not weigh as much as me. But they are very much strong. They can hold your weight, ladies. So you got to let them do it, okay? And so, and believe it or not, we just dated that whole summer. And he said that because he was a veteran who had gotten out of the military, and he was really depressed. He said, had I not spent that summer with you and the kids, I would have been in the strip club spending my money. And so, he taught me something, and I taught him something. Isn't that a blessing? And that's what I love. And so, and I also experienced where if you connect with a certain kind of friends, if you need something and they can help you, they will help you. And so I learned a lot from that. I learned a lot from that. It was a lot of fun. And when we stopped seeing each other, he wanted to make sure that I understood and that my feelings wouldn't be hurt. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So we both went in with our eyes open because people have complicated situations in their life, you know. But everybody needs encouragement. And sometimes, you know, sometimes enough is enough. Sometimes people just gotta take a break. That's why, like, some joker was trying to talk to me. I'm like, dude, go back and get yourself with your wife. Think about your commitment to your wedding vows, you know. Sometimes you just need somebody to redirect you, to give you a different perspective. Because there ain't that much out there that you need to be going to get a whole new thing. Sometimes you can make your marriage work. You can. Sometimes you can make your relationship work. Unless you were just using the person for what you could get from them, then you don't really care about them. I'm talking about when you really care about somebody. And speaking of care, we're brought to you by Complete Care. So I've been trying different toothpastes. So this is Arm & Hammer Complete Care. Whole mouth protection. Of course, that just got me. All the marketing got me. And so, but I've been thinking about our mobility kits and what we want to have in our mobility kits. So I'll be working on that. Oh, I gotta go to bed, guys. It's 2:30. I gotta get up at 5:45. So thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you. If you have a mobility issue and you would like to get some support, comment I am in or I need help, and I'll send you my 7-day you ain't got to eat about it challenge. It will bless your soul. It will encourage you. And we will make this happen. Okay? And the beautiful thing about it, this 6-day challenge I'm doing with trainers, it ends on November 17th or that week, which leads me right into my 7-day challenge on the 22nd of November. So when you find a way that you can get a little bit more support, just for a little while, take that. Because that little support can get you over the hump. Okay? Oh, I just read what you said, Santos. Come to the real South African. No, that's fake South African. Americans think it is. I don't even know what that means, but the real South Africans is a group of Black Americans. They're introducing you to South Africa. Okay. I'm about that life. I trust them more than I trust y'all. Okay. Okay. See y'all later, alligators. Peace and hair grease. Stay prayerful, stay hopeful. Take one step. You can do it. Take one step. You could have taken one step and super chat me or cash at me, but that's too much like right. But that's okay. Take one step and know that you can change your life. And it's not going to take long for you to feel better. So, take that step, and I'll see y'all soon, okay? Peace and hair grease. Have a good day. Bye.